right there. But anyway, man, we're gonna keep it moving, man. Hey, man, don't know what y'all watching, don't know what y'all looking at, but we got a lot of good things that's on the tube. I'm no longer binge watching things, bro. I want to go back to when you had to wait. Remember, you had to wait on things to come back out and check them out. You know what I mean? When you be binge watching, you get lost in the action. But my girl Michelle told me last week about Monsters on Netflix, and me, I went and checked it out to get caught up. So I'm gonna pass it to Jay Michelle, and I want you to tell me first of all where you at in the series and where you got from it.
I finished it.
Now, I'm on 5, but feel free to go as far as you need to go.
Well, I don't want to really ruin it for you.
I'm horrible. I did some research myself because I can't stay still. I'm a millennial. I like to do research as I watch shit. But you can break.
Definitely, of course, do research.
You have to, don't you?
I do. This is like my little area. Like, call me weird, but like crime stuff like that. I like documentaries. I love to watch it.
Why do women like forensics? Like forensics shit?
Me personally, I feel like my attraction is more of the why.
The whys?
The why. Why did you feel like why did you get to this extent? Like I won't be wanting to know why. It's always a root to something, and I feel like we don't really try to understand that root because we're so blindsided about what has happened.
Understood.
So I'm always looking for the why. Like, why did you do this? What in your mindset made you think this way? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was the disconnect to the point where it felt like you had to, this was your like you yeah,
gotcha.
So I'm just always into that, you know. And then, you know, honestly, I like to hear people's stories because, you know, everybody done been through something. You know what I'm saying? You brave enough to tell yours. Like, you know, I want to listen. So I don't know. I just be interested to be what be really going on around us because we just in our own little world. But it's a whole freaking world out here. It's really people out here, and you don't know. It could literally be the person sitting here right next to you, you're thinking like the closest, like ain't never gonna hurt you and stuff like that. That's why I'm always 10 toes on everybody. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. I see for
nigga.
What you doing?
What you talking about?
All right, gotta go.
Nigga,
won't be a part of it. None of it. None of it. Okay. So, Joseph La Menendez and Eric Galen Menendez, they are the two sons of Jose and Mary Menendez, and they killed their parents basically in 1996. Well, they were convicted in 1996. So basically, a small little synopsis of the story behind them, and which is crazy. That's why it's like, where are you in this show?
I'm on episode 5.
What is going to episode 5?
Very uncomfortable ass episode. First of all, I'm where she finally kind of talks to Eric about the sexual abuse, and this one, that episode where he basically gets to the long detail on how his dad used to do it, how he used to kind of prep him, and this is when like the kind of camera shot is going closer and closer to them, and then he just basically kind of break down that the fact that he was being molested by his father. In a way, he kind of enjoyed it because it was the only time he felt like his dad actually. Boom.
Okay. So I watched the documentary and I've also watched the movie.
Ooh.
And as much as it's simpler, it's a lot of you know dramatic scenes in there and stuff like that. Okay, so basically, there were two sons. They were married, and I said they were married, and their parents. Now, in the movie, it's gonna kind of make it seem like, at first, of course, people thought that they killed their parents for money, for their what is it?
For their inheritance.
And for their inheritance, but as you go along in the movie, you'll see that they actually were molested. But it was a crazy thing once you get into and when I say they killed their parents. I mean, two shotgun, boom, in the head. I mean, in Lyle, he went back, reloaded his gun, came back and finished his mama off.
Yeah.
It was really brutal. And so, and I don't know if you remember in the series where the guy with the glasses whose daughter got killed.
Yes.
And he was saying that they all asked him, they was like, you think they did it for the money? And he kind of did that slow, like, longed out, like, all that, like, you don't kill somebody like that for some money. Like, it was real, like, that was a hate.
That's a mental disconnect.
It really was. And like in the show, they really made it, you feel that thing. Yeah. Like, this was something so personal. Like, that's why it's like, I got to know why.
Yeah, for sure.
So the trial is what really made this so big. First of all, this is one of the first trials that was actually filmed. Mm-hmm. They actually allowed cameras to come into the courtroom. So this was really like the start of actually like being able to witness the entire trial.
And I just want to point out another one. Robert Shapiro is actually part of the team that got OJ off. He was the starting guy that was hired. Then Johnny Cochran came in. So he was part of, he actually came part of two of the biggest cases of the 90s, which was dope. Love, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So yeah. So it was this war between, because that was the second trial. Because it was like this big thing with murder cases, and they're using the trauma like as an excuse of, why they should get off, basically, because they just had another case, and the guy, basically the lawyer that was defending them, she just won another case with the same situation. But the thing they were trying to put on her is, this is the same layout you just gave this man. That's how he got off. Now you think you're finna come binging with and this and do the same layout, which the movie is going to make it seem like that could have really been the case. But all in all, I feel like people are only seeing have this perspective of them, and they're stuck with it, and that's because of what the media. And that's going to get to one of our other topics, which is kind of coincided with each other, because when you said this is it
was gruesome. I mean, that's the truth of it is, if we're going to deal in the facts, how they murdered their parents was gruesome. It was gruesome, man. So it's like, that's just, listen, bro, what that was, like
you can tell it was some real stuff behind it. And that's why I say, like, I believe them. I don't condone what they did, but at the same time, like, also too, the only other people that can really vouch for their word are dead. So we can only take their word, but also we only can take the facts as well. But me personally, I don't take away from people if they really felt, say this is what happened to them, whether I believe it or not.
But I'm gonna say this, and I'm prepared to get it. I'm prepared to be like, nigga, disagree, you ain't I'm prepared. If you have two kids and they do something like this to you, you failed as a parent. I don't care how you try to cause it. It's the neighborhood, it's the environment, it's the TV.
No.
If you have two kids and they agree to take you out this way, I don't need a jury to know something in that house wasn't right. I'm sorry. Two kids, two males at that. And I get it. I know the argument. But what if the 21-year-old just made the other one and then they just boom? I get it. But after the fact of this happening, the guy, the youngest one, went and confessed to his therapist. Right? So after he confessed to his therapist, he didn't confess out of, this is weird, he didn't confess out of regret for eliminating his parents. He wanted to feel like a good person. That was interesting to me.
It was.
That's what he wanted. Like, it wasn't a I wish I hadn't did it. It was more of I wish I would have took me along with him. But it was never of how could I be so stupid? You know what I mean? Like, that was never his sentiments. So to me, the evidence lies there. Like, as parents, we have a responsibility. You can't give your kids everything that you want to give them. You can't help them to see the world the way you see the world. But human decency, if you can't pass that on, my God, you failed as a parent.
I didn't understand how they couldn't have thought that it was true, because he also have openly admitted that he did it to his brother. Lyle did it to his brother. Where do you think he got that from?
Well, Lyle, here's the thing. And okay, so back to two kids. Most of the time when you have two kids, and my guy Alan has three. You have three, right? Shout out to Alan. Most of the time when you have two kids, most of the time one child will kind of take from like the father, another child take from the parent. I mean, take from the mother. You will see similarities in how they handle things. You will see yourself in one, and you will see, you know, like your significant other in a. It most of the time happens that way, right? Especially when you have same parents, you know, with both kids. So clearly we know Lyle was more like his dad. He was more domineering. Like, that's why it didn't last long with their inappropriate relationship. He just was too headstrong to be a victim for very long. So you can tell when he got around his friends, he became his dad. They kind of showed that a little bit. They didn't want to dive into it, but they show how aggressive he can be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was very aggressive, very swift-tongued, didn't listen to the answer from who he was talking to. When I talk, we going. He didn't necessarily, because he didn't watch his brother. Like, anybody else would have watched their brother and be like, I got to keep an eye on him. He's crumbling. But he was so headstrong, he was like, we did it, it's done. The only thing I needed to make sure is he do it first.
But the crazy thing was, Eric was really the mastermind behind a lot of the situation. Like,
he was more of a thinker.
He was the more,
like his mom.
He was the more planner, but it was just more so like, all right, you say we finna do this. Now Lyle's the one that's finna come in and be like, we finna do this.
We finna do, because you know, Lyle don't think, and you can tell when they showed the get out, when they showed the break out of jail plan. And to me, that was such a 21-year-old thought pattern. My friend's gonna drive into.
Why did you keep the note though?
It was fun because I would kept that note. That note had to make him laugh.
No, what really killed me, this man has been on this phone constantly asking for change,
asking for change and tape. Like you got to jail.
This man's on the phone for like, do he go eat? When is downtime? Because all I see is this man on the phone.
That nigga just won't need 10 dimes.
He did.
Monsters is a great watch, man.
It is.
I suggest you check it out.
It really is.
I'm on 5 and I'm already locked in. I had to stop because, again, I'm done with binge watching. I be wanting to take my time, let one soak in. Luckily,
I can't, because if it's good, baby, it's good. I want to keep watching it. I'm gonna keep watching it. I be feeling like
my man Phil Hudson did a video. Like, after a good show in, should I be sad for a couple of weeks?
I do.
I be under my cover like, I don't know what to watch.
Vampire Diaries had me in a chokehold.
Really?
Vampire Diaries had me in the chokehold.
It's what, the CW joint?
What's CW on?
The one from back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, the CW.
Okay. Oh, that's the network. Yeah. Like, that had me in chokehold. And when I finally, one of my close guy friends, he used to tell me to watch it for the longest. I finally started watching it. I was in the military. But when I was on the 24-hour duties, baby, I'd be sitting there binge watching. I could never stay woke doing a 24-hour duty, but I binge watched Deep out of Vampire Diaries. I used to come to go home to lunch. From lunch, I don't go home to lunch. I go back to my room just to watch the episode. I wouldn't even go out for weekends at a time, because I was binge watching the fuck out of that. And when I cried like a baby at the end, I called everybody just crying.
A good ending gotta make you cry, man. Listen,
I cried so hard.
Hey, when Snowfall ended,
you shed it too.
I really did, bro. When Franklin sang in the middle, we set him free. I cried, bro.
I cried.
And that let me know I don't like being watching. I don't like, cause I take so many of the episodes and then it just be poof gone. And then I'd be like, damn, what I do now?
Right. And I thought I was getting into, because it was a good old 8 seasons. I'd never thought I'd sit there and watch it.
Have you went back and watched it since?
You know what? Every time I say I'm going to do it again, but it's like, no, because I feel like then I won't be into it, because I already kind of know what's going to happen. But I wish I could just rewrite and like unwatch it and watch it all over again.
If this is great as you say it is, it gets better. Like right now, I'm rewatching The Wire. And it's so much stuff I realized I never noticed. Like, oh, it makes the story even broader. Now that I'm like, oh, and I'm watching with a more mature brain, I'm like, oh, the dialogue makes sense now. Yeah. So I would say go back and check it out, man. Vampire Diaries. I just feel like I want to get that
same effect, like how, like each episode, how I was anticipating every emotion and stuff like that. It's like you won't get that first feeling.
Yeah, you was dependent on it.
So yeah, that and the originals, like.
Shout out to the original. I was on the originals for a little bit. I didn't even watch it.
Like, I miss Klaus. I miss him so much. That's my man.
I actually like your recaps, man. We gotta do more of these recaps, man. Jamie Shea recaps. Please go check out Monsters on Netflix. I will definitely be finishing up the episodes. We don't know. I'm gonna finish it up tonight. Maybe even tomorrow.
You know, I'm so far. I think it's only like 3 more episodes.
Yeah, I'm on 5. Cause I just started today, so I got a lot out. I just wanted to stop.
You just started today?
I started today because I wanted to. Well, look, man.
And now you're not even at the end.
This is what I be telling people. Nigga be moving. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays be my best days to really sit. And I be actually having time to sit. So I had to do some computer work. So I knew I had to do some computer training and I had to do some editing. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna catch up, watch TV, boom, bow. And I watched a lot because I wanted to know somewhat of what you was gonna come with today. And one thing I do want to tell you, start just some more stuff so I can do that. Then we can do this more often. Because I like your synopsis. That was your word. Synopsis.
A synopsis.
Yeah, I said it right. Yeah, don't be correcting.
I'm sorry. I'm very like, I don't know. I feel like but at the same time, I do be feeling conflicted.
Yeah.
You know?
About what?
Like watching that type of stuff.
For sure. But
you get what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm more interested in like the evil stuff. That's kind of just, I guess, a personal thing with me. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's personal. I think that you're brave for saying that. But I think as humans, especially as children of God, like if a horror movie and it's written correctly, if it comes on, it just gets me. And that's why it turns it off quickly, because it's something your brain is interested in.
Right. And I love horror movies.
Especially like Monsters. I think it was how they got the flashback set up. It is, bro, and the acting, bro, second to none, bro. The acting is top notch. So,
I mean, it was giving very sociopath.
Yeah,
for sure.
Out the gate,
for sure. Because I'm telling y'all, if y'all go, the way Netflix put They put that scene together with them shooting their parents. It's brutal. That is brutal. Like, I couldn't even imagine myself just like walking in. My son just got a gun pointed at me, and then boom.
It was
all
so
how
vivid.
you hear boom, boom,
And when they hit the face,
Netflix, and I love that. I love that for them, but not just because you know usually they won't show it. They showed it.
it was dirty.
It was dirty.
I just started American Sports Story. Not Aaron Hernandez. I'm thinking, the Aaron Hernandez.
I
I'm
watched
on
that docuseries
episode 2.
too.
The show's out.
There's a show.
Yeah, that's a show on FX. Do you got Hulu?
No, my mom won't give me her password.
We gotta make that happen. I'm on episode 2, starting out pretty well, but I would like for you to get on there. If you get on there, we can come back to it.
Okay, got you.
Definitely good though.
Yeah, I watched the Aaron. I
Very
pretty
similar.
much watched every documentary on Netflix, but
Yeah, it's very similar and it's a good watch, man. Again, man. Check out Monsters on Netflix, man.
it's really good.
Really good. Let me ask you a question.